not have my brushes out. I am not prepared. Oh, trouble, makeup, trouble. This year at the Grammys, Taylor Swift looked remarkable. Her eyes really seemed to pop, and since we both have blue eyes, I thought it would be a nice opportunity to do an extreme kind of dramatic blue eye makeup tutorial. You can watch the first video I did, I'll link it below, but it's a natural everyday makeup routine, and in there you can see how I do my foundation and concealer and all of that. For this video, I've already done that part of my face, so we're just gonna dig right into the good stuff, the eyes. So we're just gonna start with a very neutral base. The one that I'm using is a very light shade of cream, and it's called, what is it called? Do you shimmer? You don't look like you shimmer. Okay, this is called Daylight Matte. This is from Lancome. So I'm just gonna start by putting that all over the lid. All over the lid, and also just under, I didn't put any on this side, just under the brow bone. So there we've got just a really light matte, that's important, just a matte base. The first color we're going to start with is from the Anarchy Face case. It's called Redemption, and it's kind of a dark, like a charcoal gray and a navy with a little bit of shimmer in there. So we're just going to take some of that, and I'm just going to start and put it on the outer corner and then into the crease. This looks really messy now, but that's cool because we're just going to blend it out. So you just want to start at the outer corner and then just blend it in like that. It creates kind of an interesting smoky eye that you don't see very often with blue colors. So that's interesting. It'll be fun to see if I can pull it off on the other eye. Ooh. Does anybody else get a weird sensation when you put one of these brushes right in the crease where your eye socket is? It's like, ew, gives me the heebie-jeebies sometimes. I am blending this from the corner almost to the other corner within the crease. She extends it even a little bit further, but I'm not going to do that just because I don't really feel like it. So that's the darker color. Now the really cool thing about the look that she has going on is she's got a lot of highlighting action going on right in the corners of her eyes. So first what I'm going to do is take a little bit of this Benefit Soft Focus highlighter for your face. You can use it all over. I'm just going to put this right in the corners. So it's really great for highlighting the inner corners of your eyes, just to kind of brighten them up a little bit. I'm just gonna really softly line the bottom lash line with that same dark gray color. This will give a softer effect than if I were to just use a hard, or harsher rather, liner. I'm still going to use just a touch of liner, but not too much. You can already see it defines them quite a bit. And it really brings out the blue in your eyes when you use this gray color. Next, from the same Anarchy Face case, I'm gonna take the color called Revolt. This is a really shimmery, sparkly silver color, and Taylor has done this just in the corners of her eyes and then just blended it over the top of her lid. So that's what I'm gonna do here, right in the corner, and then just over the top. The key here is blending. Okay, this might look a little bit different because my camera battery died, so now I have upgraded to my boyfriend's fancy camera. So this might look better, maybe worse, but I've tried to get back to a similar stage of where I was when I left off. Now I'm just going to lightly sweep that under the lower lid and also across the top lid, but just in the corners. So you don't want to sweep the silvery color all across your whole eye. That might be a little too much for Miss Taylor Swift. Next I'm going to take Stila Kitten. Ooh, look at that nice focus. And this I'm just going to lightly sweep just a touch of it over the main part of each lid. This doesn't really have a lot of color to it, but it will give just a little bit of extra shimmer. 3 words for the day, blend it out. Now we're going to move on to the eyeliner and mascara. This is the fun part. So if you look closely at Taylor's photo, it almost looks like she's wearing 2 eyeliners, and I think she might be. I think she's wearing a normal black eyeliner. It could be navy blue. Some of the pictures it looks navy blue, sometimes it looks black. And then under that she's wearing a really thick line of bright blue, like a cobalt blue. And she has, it seems like she's layered them on top of the other. So what I'm going to use is this blue smudgy pencil from TIGI, and I'm going to make a really thick line on my top lid, and then I'm going to go over that with black liquid liner. So I'm just going to start making a pretty thick line across the top of the lid. The reason I'm making it so thick is because when I put the liquid black liner over it, I still want the blue to kind of sneak out behind it. So it needs to be thick enough that you will still see the blue under the thin line of black. This is my face when I put on eyeliner. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now I'm gonna take the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner in black, I suppose. And I'm going to make the thinnest of lines across each eye. I may or may not be successful. It is not my forte. Here we go. I did my best. Now I'm going to take this liner and I'm just going to make the tiniest of dots in the lower lash line lashes. Little tiny dots between the lashes. This is a trick I learned from Lisa Eldridge. You should check out her beauty channel. She's a professional, I am not, but she says if you do this between the bottom lashes, then when you put mascara on, you will have the appearance of fuller lashes without a really heavy under eye line. So that is kind of fun. For the mascara, I'm going to be using the They're Real Benefit mascara. So I'm just going to put that on. I really like this mascara. The applicator isn't the brush type applicator that most of them are. This one is one of those I guess it's plastic or possibly rubber, and then it has this really odd cone thing on the end. Kind of oddly shaped, but it's really helpful for getting the inner corners of your lashes and kind of creating a lot of definition. I like these plastic rubbery applicators because it's easier, I think it's easier to comb out the lashes as you put mascara on them, and sometimes with the brushes, the brush can encourage clumpiness from time to time, and I'm not a fan of clumpiness. No, sir. Okay, moving on. So those are the eyes. Look at those blue eyes sparkle. I'm just using a really light pink here. This is Fetish from the Urban Decay Anarchy Face case. I'm kind of obsessed with this thing because it has so much going on. Just putting a little bit of highlighter on top of that and some down my nose. I like to highlight the bridge of my nose. Now for Taylor's lips, she's done a very soft pink color. So I'm gonna start with a nude pencil. This is kind of a pinky nude. It's Too Faced Perfect Lips in, what is it called? Perfect Spice. So I'm just gonna line my lips with that. If you look at Taylor's photos, if we're going for her look, she uses a very light pink color. It's like a baby pink, like I'm fresh out of the cradle pink. I don't have that color, but I am going to use a couple of different colors and mix them together. This is from my little Sephora Plum Dazed Blinged palette. So I'm gonna be using these two bad boys right here. You can see they're both kind of a peachy pink color. So I'm just gonna put that on. I'll put all the colors in the description box below. So there's something about the silver on the eyes and the really light pink on the lips and the cheeks that just really makes blue and green eyes go bazinga. And look how blue they look. They look so much bluer than they did before when I had nothing on. It's kind of cray cray. So there you have a dramatic blue eye makeup tutorial. Kind of tried to make this as close to Taylor Swift's makeup that she wore to the Grammy Awards as possible because I really liked hers and I used that as inspiration for this. And if you have any special tips for making blue or green eyes sparkle, let me know down in the comments. Bye-bye!